Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream.
Understanding is probably the most advanced.
Yeah, I feel like with time testing, you're like enumerating all the options. With red teaming, you're trying to get like the most impactful a little bit more.
Yeah, there's a difference.
Yeah.
People don't know that.
Yeah.
Let's see it, Bob.
I'm using a paper clip. But I've already kind of bent the heck up, so I'm not sure this is going to work. Oh, nope, it works.
Yeah, good job, Bob.
Paper clip.
Is that a Covert Instruments paper clip?
Maybe.
Just kidding.
Did you have one of those packets for sale?
There's a lot of like learning things today, especially even like red teaming. You know, you're going to researching.
Yeah, you have to be. That's the field that everyone here is kind of doing. That's for the most part.
All right, so I am here with the Longhorn Locksport meetup group. I'm here with Brandon, aka Captain BS. I've got Lord Bob, and I have Levi.
Hey.
So tell me, guys, what have you guys been up to? We are now into year 2024. I think the last time I was here, you guys just picked up sponsorship with Covert Instruments. How's that working out for you? How's the meetups going? Tell me about what's been going on.
Yeah, things are going great. We just had a really big turnout for this last meetup here with several new people got to teach. It's always wonderful teaching new people how to do this stuff because it's such an alien concept. Some people are like, oh, these locks are good, this, that, and then you show them, they're like, oh God, what I thought was good is not good. And it really makes them reevaluate what they keep themselves secure with.
You know what's crazy is the same weekend that you got sponsored by Covert Instruments, you also gained like 30,000 followers on your
Something like
Instagram.
that. I think I'm at like 28 now.
You became
20,000.
instantly famous on your Instagram.
It's
Have you
terrifying.
noticed people just randomly showing up now, like to the meetups, going, Lord Bob, I see you on Instagram.
I've
I
got a
came
couple
here.
of them, yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And Captain BS over here, how has things been different for the past couple months? What have you been up to?
So mostly just showing up to the locksport meetups. Since the sponsorship, I've noticed a big difference when it comes to Covert Instruments, when it comes to tools. It's one of the best sources for new people. And there's other tools that have some specialty use for a lot of other people, but for a brand new picker, it's kind of like the best we could ask for when it comes to.
That's cool.
I can put something in somebody's hand and be like, oh, hey, this makes sense to me, this works. And then if they're interested in purchasing it, it's something that we can actually provide.
Yeah, I saw you guys sell a set tonight. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's it really does well for what it is. And again, I didn't even start with Covert Instruments. I started with another company, but so far I've been nothing but impressed with Covert Instruments has to offer. And I pick with Riv Pick, I pick with the Genesis set, I picked with some other stuff with them. And so far I can't say I'm anything but impressed with what they are, quality and just
Everything I have is just top notch.
Yeah.
Best stuff.
I bring them up. I don't work for them. I don't represent them. I don't have a discount code with them. They do nothing for me. I do nothing for them. I bring them up because I think it's so cool that someone out there and all the manufacturers out there, someone reached out to you guys and was like, hey, we'll hook you up. And they hooked you guys the F up.
Oh, yeah.
It was more than generous, and it was amazing for what it does for the community, more than anything else, because it allows us to put tools in the hands of potential people interested in the hobby, and that's the best you could ask for. There's a couple other people, because I don't want to trash anybody, but what they offered for the quality that they had and what they were asking from us, I don't think it was fair.
Yeah.
And so just for someone to outright do what they did for us was wild for Covert Instruments.
Their generosity just doesn't compare to anyone else.
I love
They were
that.
amazing.
I love that. I love seeing people actually build a community instead of just selling to us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
If the opportunity comes around, anybody from Covert Instruments, please stop in, drop in.
Yes, please come by. We'd love
We
to
want to
have
pick
you.
your brain. We would like to know what the future holds, or maybe you might pick something else
Dude, have
up
you
from us.
have you seen their new lockpicks that are gonna be coming out in a couple
I've
months?
seen some of them.
Oh
I'm interested.
man, I want those so bad. The injection molded handle ones and
Oh,
shit.
God.
So, bro.
Man, yeah, they look nice. They're gonna be the nicest lockpicks on the market.
I can't wait to get our hands on that stuff. And we actually have some projects in the pipeline. Me and Lord Bob have been talking about hobby-wise, locksport-wise, making this actually into a sport and making it competitive. We're actually making
Competition's going.
Yep,
That's
making
great.
some progress in what we're doing with that. So I'm
That's
really
great.
excited. That's my next 6
If you
months.
guys need cutaways for that,
Oh.
to televise it, to stream it, to
Yes.
StreamYard or something like
That's
that.
one of the big things he wants to work on
I-
is the
I-
streaming of it.
Yeah.
I want to make it a thing that instead of being a participant sport, I want to make it a spectator sport, and that's
Yeah.
possible. The technology is there, and it's something we're actively working on, making something. We're in the prototyping at this point, but to have something that you can sit down and compete with other people,
I agree.
that's the end goal.
I agree.
So that way it's you competing against other people, not just, oh, hey, I picked a lock. It's
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
I'm at this ranking in this competition bracket.
I agree.
That's what I'm looking forward to. So I'm
100%
excited.
agree. And you guys are the guys that can do it. I really do think so. And then we have Levi, man. I know that you just started teaching a couple months back, and you were teaching a guy sitting next to me the whole time. You're a very good teacher, just like all these other guys. They're very good at deciding who's ready to move up to be like a full-time instructor like what you're doing and be one of the hosts and stuff like that. How have things been for the past couple months since you stepped up to that? What has that been like?
Well, I mean, as a testament, teaching with a covert instrument tools, I have yet to see a new person apply too much tension and break it.
Mm-hmm.
Where I've seen that many times with other, I guess like
Then they break, they wear out.
yeah, exactly. So the quality is like, as everyone's already mentioned, it's next level.
How have you been enjoying teaching?
I've been teaching on the side, like all my friends, even my nephews and my little brothers and everyone else.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I've been teaching. I love teaching that part, like escape and evasion. I kind
That's
of mentioned
awesome.
earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love getting in some handcuffs or some zip ties and showing you how to pick your way out of those. And say
That's awesome. Man,
It's been great.
And you have a really cool resume, if you don't mind me saying. Like, all of you guys have really awesome resumes. Brandon here, you're like a certified range instructor, right? Like
Yes.
a firearms instructor.
I have an NRA law enforcement firearms pistol and shotgun instructor.
And you're also a war veteran. You were also in the Army.
I'm a United States Army combat veteran.
That's right. And then Lord Bob, Lord Bob, not
Captain
Captain,
of the ship, Lord of the manor.
Lord Bob. You have some cool experience. What do you specialize in?
I have a big specialization in lock bypasses. And
Gotcha.
there are so many locks that have such egregious flaws that someone I've taught 2 seconds can open it in the same 2 seconds.
Yeah. And bypassing is its own art. It is. What do you do for a living, if you don't mind me asking?
I work in manufacturing.
That's cool.
I'm
That's cool.
very boring.
But
compared
no,
to
but
my
yeah,
guys here.
that explains how you're so mechanically minded. So, and then Levi, you're actually going to school towards your master's degree. Is that correct?
yes, I'm
Can
at
I
Georgia
say that?
Tech.
Georgia Tech?
Yeah, I'm Georgia Tech. Working on my master's in cybersecurity.
That's awesome. And you also were a professional TIE fighter, correct?
I have fought professionally in Muay Thai and played around with some MMA and grappling.
That's awesome. That's what I love about coming here and all the other groups. Like, you can go to any club in any hobby anywhere, but when I go to locksport meetups, it's like filled with the ultimate badassery of dudes with the ultimate skills,
Yeah,
and
very
they're the
diverse
nicest
culture,
guys
very
ever.
diverse.
Yeah.
This is what I love most about Locksport. We're all here for Locksport, but so many of us are specialized in so many other things and bring so many other things to the table.
Yes.
You're trying to work on some, trying to figure something out, and you'll find a subject matter expert in
Yeah.
the group just randomly.
Yep.
It's a
We
great-
all come together because we enjoy the picking, but
This-
we're all in so many other things.
This particular group, especially because it's so close to UT, there are so many cybersecurity professionals
Yes.
that are attracted to this.
It's ironic that you literally could stumble into somebody who's like, oh yeah, I'm doing this, and you're like, wait, what are your certs? And you hear what the list is, and you're like, that's mind-blowing how many people are cybersecurity related. And I love that because that's not my background, but I'm an old enough nerd that it makes me feel happy that there's so many people that's their wheelhouse.
Yes.
And it just makes the environment so much better because of the mindset and the focus. The ethics behind of that type of hacking or that type of cybersecurity lends itself to what we do in Locksport, is that ethical hacking. And I love that's community-wise, it's intermeshed in a way that really just elevates the community, and I love that.
I also love that. I've noticed that you'll get people because they all work in a similar industry. There's a lot of networking that happens here. I've seen people get jobs just from showing up here.
Yeah, I've seen that several times since I've been here.
So thank you guys so much for letting me come out. I'm definitely going to be out here in 2 weeks, but we're getting into February. It's probably going to be some shitty weather here, but I'm looking forward to the upcoming meetups. I'm going to be active. I'm going to Easton Locksport, and then I'll be doing another. I'm going to be going to San Antonio again, and there's another group starting Bobcat Locksport with Cooper, also known as Lock Camp. I hope to be able to catch that. I'm excited. He's a very good teacher. You guys have all taught alongside of him or learned from him or whatever.
He's actually one of the ones who really got me into this.
Yeah, he's awesome. I do want to meet up with his group. There's also another group that's starting on the west side of San Antonio.
Ooh.
And this guy does cybersecurity for the Air Force, and he meets at a gaming store.
That's cool.
And so
I
he's
like that.
starting a group there, and he's trying to do a Dungeons and Dragons themed lock picking event. So you have to pick locks to be able to progress forward through different dungeons.
That's pretty cool.
Yes.
A really
Pick for initiative.
Yes.
It's a new concept.
Yes. So I feel like Locksport is actually growing now. I don't feel like it ever died. I feel like this is like the height that we've ever seen. I think it's going to get bigger from here. So thank you all so much for what you guys do. I really appreciate it. Thank you for letting me come out. And I'll catch you guys in a couple weeks.
Hey, thank you for coming, man.
Thank you.
See you then.
Mr. Sandman, bring us